Welcome back to another video. Today I'm explaining the second generation pyrokinetics from Fire Force. Of course, the second generation pyrokinetics are people who have adapted to spontaneous human combustion. So instead of becoming inferno through the bugs, of course, they awaken the ability to manipulate and control existing flames. As with the third generation, they sport higher physical abilities as well as being more resilient to damage along with natural immunity to flames. However, unlike third generation, they cannot generate their own flames. So mostly they are manipulating the third generation flames to much of their own benefit in battle. Anyway, second generation pyrokinetics possess the ability to manipulate pre-existing flames, whether it's ordinary fire or fire produced by first and third generation pyrokinetics. Some members of the second generation are powerful enough to manipulate flames on a large scale and from far away, as we see with Benimaru, who is the strongest example of that, and Maki, who's like the example we see over and over and over again. Anyway, like the ignition abilities used by members of the third generation, it seems all second gens use their ability in their own unique way. This includes amplifying flames for greater attack power, redirecting flames so as to avoid injury and or property damage, as we know. Except for Benny, he doesn't care. The unique abilities they use are known to somewhat depict their personalities, as Maki is a brawler type. Anyway, second generations are known to be more skilled in the manipulation of flames compared to third generation pyrokinetics, unless you're Arthur. Example of this, Kareem being able to remove heat from his surroundings to create ice, and Sharon being able to convert kinetic energy into thermal energy. Maki is even able to grant fire sentence. Their ability to control outside fire gives them an advantage in battles against other flame users. Such generation as Maki, Oze have been noted to be an effective defense or counterattack when fighting against the third generation. They're perfect in defense. Anyway, this list of second generation abilities: Maki Oze, she dubbed Sputter and Flare. Her fireballs can be altered in size and shape or be merged into a single creature. Through such an ability, she can redirect fire attacks. We see Hinawa Takeshi uses his ability through a pistol, which he has dubbed Velocity Control, and it is to control or change the direction of his attacks. He can also ricochet his bullets, increasing their velocity and penetration force. Also, Kareem Flame, as we see in their fight, he used thermoacoustic refrigeration, allows him to generate ice through his musical instrument as he collects heat energy inside and decreasing its temperature, and by repeating the loop several times, he creates ice. We also know Benimaru. I explained this in a different video. Benimaru video will come out first. Anyway, there's also Giovanni, one of the fire captains. He uses his mechanical hands as projectiles. He can launch them, extend by a long wire that can be heated and even burn through tree branches and retract them. He is also looked at as like the traitor from Fire Force, but it was Captain Burns. Is Giovanni a traitor? Dang, it's been a minute since I've seen the whole show. We also see Sharon, one of the evangelists and one of the people that have to protect the pillars. He's incredibly strong. As Sharon uses his second generation ability to absorb and accumulate kinetic energy into his body from any attack and transform it into thermal energy to attack with. There's also Amon Hakiji. Amon had eyes that allowed him to see thermal signals in his vicinity and even behind walls and clothing. Of course. Now that's all the second generation abilities that we have been introduced to and that we see. Of course, the series is over manga-wise, so we probably won't get a lot more abilities like this, unless there's a Fire Force movie that comes out, when in turn non-canon, but we get to see more abilities like this. Of course, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.